traveling and traveling. I'm traveling to a place that I can keep, where I write rhymes.
10 years from now, I see Harlem as being totally different. I think I see, well, it'll definitely be more big business. I think 125th Street will look more like 34th Street, more like 42nd Street.
And it's like a landmark, like the Apollo Theater. It's right across the street from it. Everyone knows about the Mart.
The Mart, for me and for others, symbolize a place where black people of certain mentality, meaning progressive, positive mentality, do come to meet, share ideas, critique information.
I used to love to come to 125th Street because of the atmosphere, because of the colors, because of the rhythm. Not only because I was buying some fabulous clothes at the time at 125th Street that you couldn't get a lot of other places. These vendors who came from the continent came from their villages. You understand? They brought things from their villages. There was no middleman involved. And they were traditional clothing, not the manufactured clothing we see a lot of now.
That's really hurt my business. And like there are too many vendors, I can't pay rent.
Mart 125 was developed by government agencies to remove vendors from 125th Street in Harlem, New York in the mid-1980s. It was designed as an indoor marketplace that housed about 30 to 40 African vendors from all areas of the diaspora. Due to a host of politics, poor management, and the redevelopment of Harlem, the Mart was forced to close down in 2002. The building is now up for bidding, and the vendors have either been fortunate enough to get their own storefronts or are back to vending in the streets. This is a story about a place that has become a historical symbol, a historical landmark, and a window that has revealed the issues of a land conquered.
We said consciously, knowing that we might have some problems, if we could attract moderate middle income families, working people into our community, and if we could develop condominiums, which they were purchased, then we think we could increase the incomes to attract businesses, retail businesses, back on 125th Street. That was the overall plan. And in doing that, we believe that the educational levels will go up, and we also believe that crime would drop substantially.
So since the 60s and the 70s, the people planning New York, and they don't plan for 5 years, they don't plan for 10 years, they plan for 20 and 30 years. They've seen the potential of Harlem as a middle-class preserve. But the problem was that you had Spanish Harlem on both sides of the river and African Harlem in the center. So what were you going to do with these populations? And so the plan is to gentrify. Yeah.
One of the most positive feelings that one gets about Harlem is this sense of community. I mean, you go along the streets and people say hello, which doesn't really happen in other cities or in other parts of the city.
Well, I mean, what were your preconceived notions of living in Harlem?
I'd heard a lot of different things. Like I'd heard, I mean, obviously, like, you know, there's all sorts of white racism out there, but oh, it's dangerous, you know. And I'd heard that, oh, it's changing, you know, like you're gonna have a Starbucks on the corner any second. And I certainly felt weird about being part of any potential gentrification, but at the same time, like, I'm like a nice, regular, working class, low income person, and I feel like I'm kind of part of this community here, even if I'm not like racially the same as most people that live there.
Companies are coming in, rents are going up, locals can't probably really, they will stop being able to afford living in a lot of these areas, and this sense of community will certainly be spoiled if we start getting Gaps and McDonald's and Starbucks and big malls everywhere.
Thank you very much. Now I feel like I'm home. Thank you very much. I want us to say, if we can do this in Harlem, we can do it in your backyard. We want to do it everywhere in America because we need you.
What they have done to Little Georgie's Donut Shop, to all of the Mart 125th Street is criminal.
Change is gonna come.
125th Street in 10 years is going to be a multi-million-dollar street. So this is a very, very valuable building. That's why they want us out. Not for any other reason. It's not personal, it's money. So once people know that and it's just business, we can deal. We can't take it all personally, and that's what we have to understand. And that's why I think all of our merchants don't understand it's just business. And the business is, once the 125th Street becomes like 96th Street, it will become Starbucks City, to become Gap City, and just become a multi-million-dollar. We have Old Navy down the street. It's fine and good, but don't throw us out because of that.
The paintings on the wall. There's not many or any black businesses going to be left on 125th Street. Because you know when big business comes, small businesses, they get erased away.
We have to take title to that building, ownership of that building from the city for that to become a reality.
Shut him down! Shut him down! Shut him down! Shut him down! Shut him down!
The Mart is not owned by the black leaders in Harlem. The Mart is owned by the city of New York.
They said they want to break the window.
Mart 125 is an example of the betrayal of the American dream.
Gonna be a lot of people moving in around here.
This is a great day in Harlem.